सेफ रहेगा, सिक्योर्ड में मिनिमम 30 साल का रिटर्न देगा। अब इससे बेटर इन्वेस्टमेंट है तो बताओ। सेंचुरी प्लाई क्लब प्राइम, रहो बेफिक्र।
आर प्योर शाही पनीर मसाला, डिलीशियस, हेल्दी एवरीडे।
मुस्कुराए लड़खड़ाए जिंदगी, चाहे जो भी हो।
सर, पेशेंट के लिए कौन सा रूम प्रेफर करेंगे आप?
जिंदगी भर के प्यार का कोई रेट कार्ड नहीं होता। टाटा AIG हेल्थ इंश्योरेंस, विद यू लाइक फैमिली, विद यू ऑलवेज।
MDH की देगी मिर्च,
देगी मिर्च का तड़का, अंग अंग फड़का।
MDH की देगी मिर्च।
पैसा लगाना है तो सेंचुरी प्लाई क्लब प्राइम पे लगाओ। डूबेगा नहीं, जलेगा भी नहीं, कोई खा नहीं जाएगा, धोखा नहीं देगा, ऊपर नीचे भी नहीं होगा, सेफ रहेगा, सिक्योर्ड में मिनिमम 30 साल का रिटर्न देगा। अब इससे बेटर इन्वेस्टमेंट है तो बताओ। सेंचुरी प्लाई क्लब प्राइम, रहो बेफिक्र।
थोड़े में ज्यादा स्वाद, यही तो है इसकी खास बात। वाओ मामा, क्या स्वाद है। अरे मेरे राजा,
मुस्कुराए लड़खड़ाए जिंदगी, चाहे जो भी हो।
सर, पेशेंट के लिए कौन सा रूम प्रेफर करेंगे आप?
जिंदगी भर के प्यार का कोई रेट कार्ड नहीं होता। टाटा AIG हेल्थ इंश्योरेंस, विद यू लाइक फैमिली, विद यू ऑलवेज।
$13,000 placements last year. At Amity, we are committed to nurturing passionate, hardworking and proactive professionals.
मुस्कुराए लड़खड़ाए जिंदगी, चाहे जो भी हो।
सर, पेशेंट के लिए कौन सा रूम प्रेफर करेंगे आप?
जिंदगी भर के प्यार का कोई रेट कार्ड नहीं होता। टाटा AIG हेल्थ इंश्योरेंस, विद यू लाइक फैमिली, विद यू ऑलवेज।
ये है सीक्रेट रेसिपी MDH का जीरा सिप जल जीरा मसाला।
पैसा लगाना है तो सेंचुरी प्लाई क्लब प्राइम पे लगाओ। डूबेगा नहीं, जलेगा भी नहीं, कोई खा नहीं जाएगा, धोखा नहीं देगा, ऊपर नीचे भी नहीं होगा, सेफ रहेगा, सिक्योर्ड में मिनिमम 30 साल का रिटर्न देगा। अब इससे बेटर इन्वेस्टमेंट है तो बताओ। सेंचुरी प्लाई क्लब प्राइम, रहो बेफिक्र।
थोड़े में ज्यादा स्वाद, यही तो है इसकी खास बात। वाओ मामा, क्या स्वाद है। अरे मेरे राजा,
मुस्कुराए लड़खड़ाए जिंदगी, चाहे जो भी हो।
सर, पेशेंट के लिए कौन सा रूम प्रेफर करेंगे आप?
जिंदगी भर के प्यार का कोई रेट कार्ड नहीं होता। टाटा AIG हेल्थ इंश्योरेंस, विद यू लाइक फैमिली, विद यू ऑलवेज।
MDH की देगी मिर्च,
देगी मिर्च का तड़का, अंग अंग फड़का।
MDH की देगी मिर्च।
पैसा लगाना है तो सेंचुरी प्लाई क्लब प्राइम पे लगाओ। डूबेगा नहीं, जलेगा भी नहीं, कोई खा नहीं जाएगा, धोखा नहीं देगा, ऊपर नीचे भी नहीं होगा, सेफ रहेगा, सिक्योर्ड में मिनिमम 30 साल का रिटर्न देगा। अब इससे बेटर इन्वेस्टमेंट है तो बताओ। सेंचुरी प्लाई क्लब प्राइम, रहो बेफिक्र।
Here we didn't want to bring out the big charts because it had no chance of standing. Fortunately, we came armed with a little smaller chart. So it's 67%, so we're going to be charging a discounted reciprocal tariff of 34%, I think.
सबसे बात हमेशा किसी करता आया, सीखता आया कि वे राष्ट्रहित के सर्वोपरि रखकर काम करें।
Today, the World Health Organization officially announced that this is a global pandemic. We have been in frequent contact with our allies, and we are marshaling full power.
From your smartphones to the smart television viewers, the trending stories are always breaking the internet. Now, viewers, we will start today with some heartbreaking news that is coming in. Legendary designer Giorgio Armani, a stalwart of Milan, ready to wear, who revolutionized the fashion industry with unstructured looks, has passed away at the age of 91. We also get you how Donald Trump, in a viral video, seems to have lost his cool on a reporter when he was asked about Vladimir Putin. We'll get you that exact moment. Not just that, Trump's administration has also moved the Supreme Court to challenge the Federal Appeals Court ruling that decreed most of his sweeping tariffs as illegal. We'll tell you exactly what has been said. And speaking of Trump, his strings on bizarre claims knows no end. In yet another incident, he has claimed in a rather flamboyant manner that he stopped 7 wars, and he answered this while dodging a question on Epstein. And last but not least, we'll tell you that what seems like Trump must bonhomie is completely a thing of past, considering Trump is set to host all top tech CEOs but him. We'll get you all that and much more on this edition of Trending. I'm Rakshita Mishra with you. Fashion designer Giorgio Armani has died at the age of 91, and the Armani Group in a statement has said, I quote, "The creator, founder and driving force of the company, Giorgio Armani, passed away peacefully, surrounded by his loved ones. He worked until his final days and dedicated himself to the company he founded, his designs and the various projects he initiated." Unquote. Now, viewers, Armani was 91 years old, synonymous with modern Italian style and elegance, and he combined the flair of a designer with the acumen of a businessman, running a company that turned over some 2.3 billion euros a year. And the fashion designer failed to appear at his runway shows in June as he was recovering from an undisclosed illness. He was planning a major event to celebrate 50 years of his signature Armani fashion house during the Milan Fashion Week just this month. Viewers, we are interrupted by some breaking news coming in. This is in connection with the betting apps case. Now, Shikhar Dhawan has been questioned by the ED, and just now we understand his questioning has concluded for the day. He is leaving from the ED office. So, latest update coming in. Republic TV closely tracking the betting app scandal, betting app scam, and Shikhar Dhawan, Suresh Raina, one of the celebrities, some of the celebrities that are that have been questioned that are under lens in this case. Shikhar Dhawan is the one who has been now questioned, and he is leaving. Is left from the ED office. And we'll just try and get more updates from our reporter. But it's viewers, it's a big scam. Shikhar Dhawan has been summoned by the ED today in the illegal betting app case. Money laundering probe linked to a betting app, and ED has to record Shikhar Dhawan's statement under the PMLA as part of the investigation linked to an illegal betting app named 1xBet. And the former India cricketer has been linked to this app through certain endorsements, and the ED wanted to understand his links with this app during the questioning. Last month, even Suresh Raina was questioned in this case by the agency, by the Enforcement Directorate. Remember, Union government has also the latest banned real money online game by bringing a legislation, and now the celebrities and there are multiple such scams that have surfaced. Viewers, from several of the South stars have also been questioned. Now you have this case, 1xBet app, where Shikhar Dhawan has also been questioned. He has just left the ED office. Okay, I think we are getting in latest visuals from outside the ED office. And these are the latest visuals as Shikhar Dhawan's vehicle leaves from the ED office. And that's the update we are getting in right now. This is an update coming in first on Republic TV. And this is the online betting app case. Former India cricketer Shikhar Dhawan being questioned by Enforcement Directorate. And there you have Shikhar Dhawan in that car. Aditya is joining us live on the broadcast for more. He's outside the ED office. Aditya, tell us more details. What are you picking up as far as this investigation is concerned? It seems that the questioning for the day, at least today, has ended.
Well, after 8 hours of the interrogation, he has finally left the ED office at this moment, shortly a while ago. Today, interrogation was all about the money trail. Now, money trail is very important factor today, what happened in the ED's office, which was about from where did Shikhar Dhawan received money for all those endorsement and advertisement. Now, this is a very critical factor to ascertain that whether he received money from a shell company operating in India or from any company which is an offshore account. So this is quite a big development which happened in the ED office today, and he left the ED office quite a short while ago today. So this was quite a big, after 8 hours of interrogation, he has left the ED office, and with a lot of questions actually, which again, it totally depends on how well did he cooperated today, which will again be understood if he is summoned back.
All right. Thanks so much, Aditya, for joining us with those latest updates coming in, viewers, from the national capital. All right, we shift our focus to the other trending story, viewers, on this show. Trump's bilateral meeting with Polish president at the Oval Office was not without any event. A visibly irked Trump snapped at a reporter when he questioned Trump about showing frustration with Russian President Vladimir Putin but not taking any action. Shooting back, Donald Trump told the reporter to get a new job. Listen in.
You've expressed many times your frustration and disappointment with Putin, but there's no action since you took your office.
How do you know there's no? How do you know there's no action?
But
Really?
don't you worry-
Wait. Who are you with? Who are you with?
I'm with Polish radio.
Okay. How do you know there's no action? Would you say that putting secondary sanctions on India, the largest purchaser outside of China, they're almost equal? Would you say there was no action? That cost hundreds of billions of dollars to Russia. You call that no action? And I haven't done phase 2 yet or phase 3. But when you say there's no action, I think you ought to get yourself a new job.
So Trump has really no straight answers for the question. He talks about India, which he loves talking about these days. We love talking about these days, but he has no question because United States has only increased trade with Russia, and that's what Donald Trump wants to hide. Because he also talked about the meeting. There was another question about Putin and North Korean leader Kim Jong-un and Chinese President Xi Jinping appearing together at a military parade in Beijing that was put across Donald Trump. And also he was asked whether he's considering slapping secondary sanctions on Moscow. And Trump said his government had already moved against Moscow through its sanctions on India.
A dramatic picture where we saw the leaders of Russia and North Korea and China together. The first time the leaders of those three countries have been together in this sort of show of solidarity. You said that they're conspiring against the United States. What do you think they're conspiring to do? And given this, is it reason why you should slap or would consider slapping secondary sanctions on Russia if they're conspiring against the U.S. now?
Well, I've already done that with regard to India, and we're doing it with regard to other things. And I put out a truth last night. You saw that.
A dramatic picture where we saw the leaders of Russia and North Korea and China together. The first time the leaders of those three countries have been together in this sort of show of solidarity. You said that they're conspiring against the United States. What do you think they're conspiring to do? And given this, is it reason why you should slap or would consider slapping secondary sanctions on Russia if they're conspiring against the U.S. now?
Well, I've already done that with regard to India, and we're doing it with regard to other things. And I put out a truth last night. You saw that.
And viewers, Trump has asked the Supreme Court to overturn a ruling that declared his tariffs illegal. The appeals court had earlier ruled that he exceeded his authority under the 1977 Emergency Economic Powers Act. So he's taken this legal battle to the Supreme Court, and in this appeal submitted to the apex court, Trump justified the sweeping tariffs imposed on India, saying that it was a crucial aspect for his bid to pause the ongoing Russia-Ukraine war. In his petition, President Trump urged the court to fast-track the case, calling the judgment a hurdle to trade talks. Supreme Court's decision will determine the future of Trump's tariffs and could redefine presidential power over trade. All right, viewers, now let's take a quick look at the trends that are running hot on social media today. At a press briefing, viewers, the US president once again dodged a reporter's question on Epstein. And while dodging the question, he went on to say that he ended 7 wars, but nobody wants to talk about it. Trump will also host top tech CEOs for dinner at the White House on Thursday. Attendees include Bill Gates, Tim Cook, Mark Zuckerberg, and other AI leaders. But the one missing from the list is Elon Musk. Victims of Jeffrey Epstein have shared emotional accounts of sexual abuse as they spoke on the steps of the U.S. Capitol and called for lawmakers to release more files about the convicted sex offender. One of the women, Lisa Phillips, says that the group had begun compiling a confidential list of Epstein associates who they say were involved in abuse. Another revealed how Epstein forced her to do things she never wanted. A photograph of Prime Minister Narendra Modi, Chinese President Xi Jinping, Russia's Vladimir Putin and the leader of North Korea, Kim Jong-un, has set the ball rolling for what is being touted as the New World Order. The photographs have not gone unnoticed in Western media, with US political commentator Van Jones saying it should send a chill down the spine of every American. Naomi Osaka marked her US Open semi-final celebration on Wednesday night by unveiling her 5th Labubu collectible. Andres Agassi notes she has brought a new miniature companion to the court for each match of the tournament, turning her Grand Slam run into a colorful display of creativity while marking a strong return from maternity leave. A viral video shows an Indian man being interrupted and heckled while speaking at an anti-immigration rally in Australia. Amid the continuous boos, the event host introduced him, saying, "Our next guest is a foreigner who looks like one and requested to speak." Now, taking to the stage, the Indian man acknowledged the hostility and said that, "Yes, I'm a brown man. Yes, I'm an immigrant from India. I came here for the right reasons," he says, as the crowd continued to boo him. Amit Mishra has retired from international cricket and from all forms of cricket after 25 years, revealing his battle with depression during a 5-year hiatus post-debut. He said that he had no regrets and that he always gave his best when given a chance. A spectacular total lunar eclipse, also known as Chandragrahan in Hindi, of course, or the blood moon, is set to captivate sky watchers worldwide on the 7th to 8th of September. During this rare celestial event, the Earth will pass directly between the sun and the moon, casting a shadow on the lunar surface and giving it a striking red-orange glow. The eclipse will be fully visible across many countries in Asia and Western Australia, while parts of Europe, Africa, Eastern Australia and New Zealand will also catch a glimpse of the event. In a shocking video, a luxury yacht worth nearly $1 million was seen sinking off the shore of Turkey just minutes after its maiden voyage. Now, the video captured on a mobile phone shows the exact moment when the 24-meter yacht named Dolce Vento tipped over off the coast of Zonguldak, which is a popular tourist spot. A self-styled courtman stirred controversy by instructing the devotees to bring specific branded offerings like a particular oil, coconut, ghee, raising sharp questions about faith and about superstition and blind obedience, blind following. Critics condemned the demand as commercialized ritual and exploitation, arguing it to be undermining spiritual humility and ethics. A Canadian woman bravely intervened when an Indian man was publicly mocked, confronting the harasser and firmly telling him to stop, declaring, "My boyfriend is Indian," she said, which quickly diffused the situation and drew widespread praise online for her principled allyship and courage. At least 16 people were killed and over 20 injured after Lisbon's historic streetcar derailed and crashed into a building. Victims include both locals and tourists, with mechanical failure suspected as the cause. Portugal has declared a national day of mourning, suspended all streetcar for safety checks. Ruturaj Gaikwad's brilliant 184 off 206 balls rescued West Zone from an early collapse against Central Zone in the Duleep Trophy semi-final. Supported by Tanush Koteyan's unbeaten 65, West Zone ended day one strongly at the Duleep Trophy. Now, Jammu and Kashmir is experiencing severe weather conditions, viewers, with heavy rains triggering landslides and flash floods across the region. The Jammu region is worst affected, swollen rivers like Tavi and Chenab causing significant damage. And in fact, the Jammu-Srinagar National Highway NH44 remains closed due to the landslides and debris disrupting vehicular movement. And other inter-regional roads, including the Mughal Road and Sintan Road, have also been closed. In fact, the pilgrimage to Vaishno Devi has been suspended for the 10th consecutive day due to this landslide on the route. Efforts are on the way to clear the debris and also reopen the route. The NDRF, meanwhile, along with local authorities, are conducting rescue operations with the Indian Air Force deployed to assist in relief efforts. Meanwhile, visuals also coming in from the national capital, where a portion of NH44 flyover caved in near Delhi's Alipur after heavy rains. You can see this very, very dangerous situation there at a very prominent location. In fact, ladies and gentlemen, here's another visual of giving you a bird's eye view of Delhi's submerged Kashmiri Gate. In fact, Republic TV is also getting you this ground report filed by my colleague, Shamal.
We are here today at Mayur Vihar, and as of today morning, the water level in Yamuna has risen to 207.4 meters as compared to yesterday of 206.9 meters. We are going to show you the surrounding here. Now, this right here is the metro line which connects to the Mayur Vihar metro station around 100-150 meters away. This is the water situation. We are going to show you. You can see the trees are partially submerged. The park part is almost underwater. You can only see the leaves part. You can also see the water level, understand how deep it is by the markings of the pillar. This is rising dangerously after the water was released from the Hatnikund barrage at around 3.3 lakh cusecs, and a lot of people were evacuated from the low-lying riverbed areas, and this is where the evacuation camps are set. These are the evacuation camps where people are now forced to spend their time.
And that's all we could pack in this edition of Trending. Viewers, we'll be right back with the Super Prime Time Max Debate with Arnab Goswami. Thanks for watching.
Arnab decodes India's biggest GST boost. India wins big with GST tax cuts. Expert panel analyze impact across industries. Debating tonight at 8 p.m.
At just 38 years, he became the youngest senior advocate in the history of the Madras High Court. From earning his first salary of 350 rupees to fighting one of India's earliest medical malpractice suits, his is a journey of grit and brilliance. Meet the man who shaped the law and lived it. Senior advocate C.A. Sundaram in a rare and candid conversation on the legal side of things. This weekend, only on Republic TV.
GST reforms are a step in the direction of ensuring an Atmanirbhar Bharat, an India which is self-sufficient, self-reliant, an India that cares for every Indian. 140 crore Indians coming together with the collective resolve to make India Viksit Bharat by 2047. India has the confidence to weather many situations. We have done that in the past. your industry has been at the forefront. Whenever any challenge has struck India, we cannot but forget the human contribution. It is incumbent, it is our duty as stakeholders, as participants in this journey in the Amrit Kal until 2047. We are all collectively committed to take this country to greater heights. In the next 2 years, we will be the world's third largest economy. By 2047, we will grow from a $4 trillion economy to a $30 trillion economy. We all have a role cut out in that. We all have our duties defined for us. It is the collective resolve and commitment of 1.4 billion Indians that powers this country, that makes us the world's fastest growing economy, that ensures even in Q1, in a highly volatile, uncertain, VUCA climate, geopolitical risks, India grows at 7.8%.
Arnab tracks India's biggest economic lift. Positive tax reforms ignite India's growth story. Government delivers India's biggest GST relief. Debating tonight at 9 p.m.
13,000 placements last year. At Amity, we are committed to nurturing passionate, hardworking and proactive professionals.
Play it your way.
Sarah, this is your space, play it your way.
ये है सीक्रेट रेसिपी MDH का जीरा सिप जल जीरा मसाला
मुस्कुराए लड़खड़ाए जिंदगी चाहे जो भी हो।
सर, पेशेंट के लिए कौन सा रूम प्रेफर करेंगे आप?
जिंदगी भर के प्यार का कोई रेट कार्ड नहीं होता। टाटा AIG हेल्थ इंश्योरेंस, विद यू लाइक फैमिली, विद यू